Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today is November 10th, 2022. We got a four-game NBA card. Welcome in to the new people. Another edition of the NBA ChrisBeCappinn show, ChrisBeCappinn NBA show, whatever you want to call it. Let's get to some money, man. Yesterday was not the greatest day. I feel like I keep saying that over and over again. But one thing y'all can bank on is the bounce back and the transparency. So yesterday, uh, let's see, I'm trying to pull it up. 2 and 3 overall, minus 0.97 units. I tweeted it out earlier. We had SGA go over his points, 27 and a half cash. Jamal Murray over his 18 and a half. He finishes with 18, of course. Finished on the hook there. Toronto looked abysmal in the first quarter. They get smacked up by the Rockets, and they come back. Win the second quarter by 11, but we needed them to win by 14 since they were so bad in the first quarter. We lose on the 5.5 in the first half. Bobby Portis, I fell for the low-hanging fruit. It was not a Bobby Portis day. It was a Javon Carter day. So lost that one. And then last but not least, the Lakers and the Clippers under 219 and a half. Love that spot. And that was a pretty easy cash. Not too sweaty at all. Excuse me. Both of those teams go on runs throughout the game, but they're not consistently scoring. So that's how things kind of shook out yesterday. Today we got a 4-game card, so let's see if we can get to some money, man. Let's go straight into it. So appreciate you guys over on YouTube as well. JR Sports always in the building. Appreciate you, bro. JT, what's good, bro? Dylan, same thing, bro. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Zoned up. Hit that like button if you can, for sure. Yeah, hit the like button for me. Retweet the show if you can as well. Like the show, send it to your friends, to your coworkers. We all trying to get to some money today, man. So let's do it. Let's get into it. First game up. And I posted a video earlier. I also want to make sure I post something real quick. I want to make sure I post this for you guys as well, because a lot of people are constantly asking. So I did just post, well, not did, maybe like an hour ago, I posted a play in our chalkboard. Myself, Finesse the Books, and Ronald Cobain co-host the chalkboard community. I post an exclusive play in there. If you guys want a full write-up, click on the link. It's free. You guys can go in there, become part of that community, chalkboard community over there. Nice little write-up and a nice play I really, really like in there as well. But first game up, let's go to DC, right up the street from me. You get the Dallas Mavericks coming in here. This line opened at 3. And then, of course, money started to come in on Dallas, which I agree with. I made a video earlier, the Bet US video today, and I talked about it on the morning show too. Shout out to the people rocking with me early in the morning, 7 a.m. Eastern time. I gave this play out this morning as well. Dallas. I'm looking at Dallas. I'm taking Dallas in the bounce back spot, man. I talked about it earlier, but Dallas isn't a team that loses 2 games in a row. They're just not. And you get a Wizards team that is coming off a win. That the Wizards don't typically win 2 games in a row. So, and we just got news that Porzingis got ruled out. So that line is probably gonna move a lot. Yeah, I hope you got that one in if you wanted it, minus 3.5. I won't go through all the notes now because it sounds like it's pretty irrelevant now that Porzingis is ruled out. The line's gonna shift. You're not gonna be able to get even a 5 because the line ain't got juiced to 5. So the news about Porzingis, excuse me, being ruled out like just broke as we actually started the space. So I'm gonna post that for you guys up top. Chris Paul questionable tomorrow. That's not really relevant. Region Life, appreciate you, lady, for retweeting the show. All right, so so just for Maverick purposes, I'll say this: Taj Gibson just got ruled out too. He's the backup power forward for the Washington Wizards. Just for show purposes, and for Maverick purposes, the Mavericks don't typically lose games back to back. I mentioned this earlier that since the start of last year, the Mavericks are 29-13 straight up, 25, 15-2 against the spread, 62% cover rate following an ATS loss. since the start of last season. They're winning those games by average of 4 points. This season, the Wizards, the one of the teams that remains extremely inconsistent. They're 0-3-1 off a previous win this season, losing by average of 15 points in that next game. So they win one and they get smacked up. Then they win one and they get smacked up. So dating back to last season, off a win, the Wizards finished 11-27, 11-27-1 after a win. So love that spot. This year when they have the rest advantage, they're 0-2. So not really worried about the Mavs, being on the third game in 4 nights. Love that spot. And you can look at the revenge angle. Dallas did lose the last time. They lost the last 2 games to these Washington Wizards. They lost in DC last season 135-103. In the previous game, they actually lost in Dallas too, 120-114. So I think Dallas gets their revenge tonight. I took the full game. I also took the first half too, minus the 1.5. But like I said, both of those numbers are gone now. So let's get to the next game. Let's get to the next game. It wasn't anything like in here that I really like. I do think that there's going to be a bunch of value, and we could talk about that. I think we absolutely got to talk about the value that's opened up now. This Washington Wizards team will be without not only Bradley Beal but Porzingis as well now. So that's going to open up some player prop value for sure on this Washington Wizards side of things. I think guys like Rudy Hachimura, will probably benefit, even though he's going to get a pretty good assignment on him. He'll probably end up drawing Dorian Finney-Smith or Reggie Bullock. Those guys are really, good perimeter defenders. But you got to look at guys like him, guys like Kuzma. Kuzma probably go crazy tonight. Double for Kuzma. Has blowout potential, honestly, too. So hopefully the Mavs don't look past this team. I don't think that they will, being that they lost yesterday. So we'll see how that one goes. Let's go on to the next game because I'm more interested in hearing y'all talk than talking myself today. So next game up, 76ers and the Hawks. Morning show, people were talking about fading the Hawks today. I guess, back-to-back off loss. 76ers coming to town. They're more rested. This 76ers team looked good the other day. They was catching the Phoenix Suns on the first game of an Eastern Conference road trip after playing 5 straight games at home. I don't know if they look that good today against an Atlanta team that probably going to be fired up off a loss. Really hard game for me to cap. The line this one opened at 1.5. I got the banner. Let me get the banner up. Line this one opened at 1.5 in favor of Atlanta. It's since been brought down to 1. So money has come in on Philly. I see 70% of the money is actually on Philly, 54% of the tickets, 73% of the money is on the under as well. So difficult game to cap. So this is what I'll share with you guys. So looking at some SDQL, running some trends. So this season, away teams whose opponents are on the second night of a back-to-back are 12, 17, and 2. So the whole rest disadvantage thing has not really panned out when the away team is coming to the opposite team's gym. So away teams on the second night of a back-to-back are 12, 17, and 2, only a 41% cover rate, which bodes well for Atlanta. And then in November specifically, so just like the last 10 days, away underdogs whose opponents are playing on second night of a back-to-back are 1-7 straight up, 2-6 against the spread, losing those games by average of 13 points. So that's another stat that leans towards the Hawks. I'm not playing the side in this game though. I did give out a player prop that I really like, and like I said, the write up is posted up top for you guys if you guys want to go to Chalkboard and see that. But it's I'll tell you guys what it is. It's Capella. Instead of playing the side up, I went the player prop route in this one. Clint Capella over 9.5 rebounds. I found it at 120, minus 120. He's cleared this number 4 games of the last 8. I'm sorry, 4 straight games, 8 of the last 9. He's facing off against a Philly team where he'll need to slow down and beat as much as possible. In his last 6 games against Philly, Clint Capella has cleared 10 rebounds in 5 of them. So 5 of 6, which is a 56% hit rate over the last 6 games. Capella is averaging 11 rebounds on the season, and 17 rebound chances. He's converting 65% of his rebound chances into actual rebounds, which is third amongst the top 13 rebounders in the league. Capella is the 13th rated rebounder right now. And other thing I looked at was foul trouble, because whenever you're taking a center to get rebounds, always got to look at foul trouble. So, um, I was check that out. Capella has only picked up 5 fouls once in the previous 6 matchups, and he hasn't fouled out in any of those games. Over the 11 games that he's played this season, he's done well with avoiding foul trouble as well. He's yet to pick up more than 4 fouls. So I love getting this number at 9.5. It was -120 when I put it out. I think I saw it shoot to like -134 on some books. So I think people tell that, but I like this number. I actually think it's a ladder spot too. I think Capella can end up with 14, 16 rebounds. You do also get a total, that's not extremely high. It's come down from 217 all the way to 214. So what the books is telling you is that they anticipate a lot of misses. And I do think, I think that Atlanta Hawks defense is gonna make it really difficult for, Maxey tonight. Maxey won't have it easy. He'll probably end up drawing DeJounte Murray. So we'll see how that goes. But best of luck if you guys are tailing that one. Capella over 9.5 rebounds. Let that look. Moving along to the next game, Hornets and the Heat. So this game opened at 10.5 in favor of Miami. Total was at 217. It's down to 214. We know about all the injuries that the Hornets have. They also playing on the second night of a back-to-back, 3rd and 4, and it's a road home back-to-back. I'm sorry, a home road back-to-back. They lost last night in Charlotte. Then had to hop on a flight and fly to Miami after that loss last night to Portland. So for the Hornets, it'll be, like I said, first game of three straight home games, which they lost all of them. They've lost 4 in a row on the road, and they're 1-3 ATS in the last 4 road games. 3 straight non-covers. On the opposite side, you get a Heat team, second straight home game after they lost to the Blazers the other day. I think they're coming off 2 days rest, but they haven't covered a spread this big all season. A spread actually bigger than 3. The greatest margin that the Heat have won by so far this season is 3, and I thought that was extremely interesting. And it kind of bodes to how much they've taken a step back. The Heat are actually 0-7 against the spread when they're laying more than 3.5 points this season, and only 2-9 ATS on the season. So all of those things considered, man, it makes it really difficult for me to want to back the Heat. I'm also not looking to back the Hornets. They've been getting smacked up left and right. They're still going to be without LaMelo, Gordon Hayward, and they do have Terry Rozier back. Cody Martin is listed out for the Heat. Victor Oladipo and Yurt-Seven don't have a return date either. And then on the opposite side, continuing with that, Caleb Martin, the brother who actually plays for Charlotte, he's actually listed as questionable. And we still don't have news on Hero, whether he's going to play or not. But I do think the line goes up if Hero's ruled in. And the game has a lot of blowout proof. So I wasn't really looking at anything in this one. Charlotte has one of the worst offenses over the last 5 games. They have the worst offense over the last 5 games. They ranked dead last at 30th in offensive rating, a 96.4. And then Miami's only ranked 19th defensively. Miami's also ranked 18th offensively, and Charlotte's ranked 17th. So I can see this game going under. I don't really like the spot for either one of these teams, so I'm probably going to stay off this game. I do think it has potential to go over, though. I think it could be a sleepy spot for Miami, even though they should be motivated. The defense just hasn't been playing as great. Charlotte's also 4-2 to the over on the road. This is a low total. Typically, you see that with Charlotte not having a lot of guys, and I think it's a tad bit inflated because Charlotte hasn't been scoring, but we know Charlotte can fill it up if they start hitting. So I'll actually be looking towards the over. I think even Miami team total is like 112.5. I think that they could score 115, 120 points against this Charlotte team, especially if Tyler Hero is ruled in. So that's my looks for you guys on that. Next game up real quick. Let's go to the Blazers and the Pelicans. So this spread opened at 6.5. Not Zion. I'm tripping. Damian Lillard got ruled out, so it's ballooned to 9 now. Total opened at 225. It's down to 222, 221.5 as well. I like the under. I think it's probably still some value on the under. We still got question mark on Larry Nance Jr., on Nurkic, and on Jeremy Grant. All those guys were listed as questionable. I think a couple of them probably going to play. So this game is, not one I'm really looking to play now either, now that I heard the news, but it was for me, it was favoring a Blazer spot to take the points with them plus the 6.5. Pelicans are 1-3 ATS, laying more than 2 points this season. So they haven't looked good at all when they've been the favorite. They're just 2-4 overall, as well as a favorite, throughout the whole season, whether they're at home or on the road. So the Blazers on the opposite side, they're 5-1 ATS on the road, 6-2-1 as a dog this season, and 4-1 ATS as an away dog this season. But I don't like them without Dame. I read an interesting stat earlier that said that they were 6-0 with Dame finishing the game. The game that he didn't finish was against Miami, and I think they went on to lose the game against Phoenix after they won the other game against Phoenix. So, I'm not looking to probably get involved in this game at all. I do got a couple props that I was looking to, though. I like, and is this the last game? Did I go through all of them already? 1, 2, 3. I did. So, prop wise, though, I'll tell you guys, I do think that I feel like Anthony Simons' points are a tad bit low. So you can get him at 22.5. And if you go back and look at his game logs without Dame, he's been crushing his number. Like I was like having a hard time to, trying to figure out why his numbers were so low. I know, he played it's the second night of a back-to-back. So I totally get that. But if you look at Anthony Simons' game log, last 3 games that he's played without the 2 games this season that he's played without Damian Lillard, dude had 31 against Memphis and 30 against Houston. I know he'll probably end up drawing Herb Jones, but somebody got to score unless they plan on getting blown out. I like Simons to go. I think it's still a game where he can go for 20, 25 points. I'm sorry, 23 to 25 points, if not more. If he gets hot, ain't no telling. Pelicans not the greatest defensive team. Like we've seen them struggle defensively. They should have tired legs tonight. So I like, I like Simons in this spot. I didn't play it because I don't want to exert too much, but I like Simon in this spot. I like him a lot in this spot. He's also shooting the ball like 18 to 20 times over the last few games. So I got him on my short list. I also got Terry Rozier. His assists probably won't end up getting there. Over 4.5. He's averaging 6 since he came back from the injury. Had 5 last night. I like the line at 4.5. I think it was like a -130. So I didn't play that one either. He's on the short list. Luka assists is on the short list. So Luka only had like 6 assists. If you guys watched the post-game interview yesterday, Luka was talking about how, they gotta make shots. He wasn't taking shots at his team, but he was like, yo, we gotta make shots. I think that he bounced back and he gets the guys involved. Plus, there's no value on his points anyway, right? Everybody's thinking, Luka to score 30, Luka to score 40. And I'm with that, right? Like I get it, but I do feel like the guys are gonna step up today and make shots around him. Luka has I think the first or second highest usage rate in the NBA. So I'm looking for Luka to go, do his thing tonight, passing the ball. He averages 8 assists as well. So I think that's worth mentioning. So getting his line at 7.5, I feel like, is right on the money. I'm glad that it inflated to 8.5. Two more player props I'm looking at really hard. PJ Washington over 1.5 threes. So the volume's there. Dude's making, I think 1.93. So pretty much 2 threes. He's shooting 6 a game. And, he's been over this number, I think 2 of the last 4 games or something like that. If you look at the Heat defense, as far as how bad they are defending the 3, it's not good at all. Like I think I had it pulled up. Let me see what I got. So opponent 3-point percentage. Miami actually has the 5th worst 3-point defense in the league. They're allowing teams to shoot 38.1%. So I like a guy like PJ Washington that's going, he's going to shoot him. You can get the 1.5 at -115. Something else that was on my short list that I didn't play, but I really like PJ Washington. PJ Washington, one of them guys, like if he get hot, he could hit 4. 4 is like plus 700. So love PJ Washington in this spot. And then I think another sneaky play, right? I don't know if I haven't seen anybody like talk about this or discuss this, but looking at Tobias. Tobias rebounds is something I'm interested in. You can get 8 at like plus money. I think his line is set at 6.5. His juice still is like minus 140, but I would take him straight at 8. 8 rebounds is like plus 110. You can get him at 10 rebounds for like plus 280. I think is what I saw that. I really like Tobias rebounds, man, because James isn't there, right? We all know James isn't there, so that creates. We know James one of the better rebounders on that team. So you know, without James, he's cleared his number last 3 games, right? So against Phoenix, against the Knicks, and against the Wizards, 8, 9, and 9. So I mean, I think it's another defensive game, and B's gonna need help rebounding the ball, and I feel like it's a little value on Tobias rebounds, man. So those are the plays that I locked in already. Well, those are the plays that are on my short list. The only thing I locked in today was that Wizards play. I took that earlier, and then the Clint Capella rebounds at 9.5. But I really love these other player props. Simon's over 22.5. Tobias 8 rebounds. Clint Capella 9.5 rebounds. Like I said, I locked that one in already. PJ Washington to go over 1.5 threes made. Terry Rozier 4.5 threes. I'm a little lean. I don't know. I don't know how many shots Charlotte gonna actually make on the second night of a back-to-back. And I always hesitate playing assists, but I do like last one, Luka 7.5 assists. I think that even though they're on the second night of a back-to-back, a third and 4, I still like Luka to get his assist because I feel like it's a nice little bounce back spot against the Wizards who don't play much defense after a win. So that's what I'm liking. I got to figure out what I'm gonna do as far as these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 player props, that I just shared with you guys. But officially, I am on the Dallas Mavericks minus the 3.5 and Clint Capella over 9.5 rebounds. So that's what I got for you guys. We got an 8-game slate tomorrow, I think 7 or 8 game slate tomorrow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 games. I started looking at that already. Some interesting games tomorrow for sure. So we're not going to talk about them today, but I love when it's about 7 or 8 games and not 15 or 16 because it's too much to dive into. So now you guys let me know what you want, man. Send me them comments in the YouTube section. Request up if you got something on Twitter. I'm gonna get to the guys real quick. What up, Free Minds? Appreciate you being here, my boy. Philly first half, Dallas minus 3.5, Terry Rozier over 4.5 assists. So JT on that. Okay. What else y'all on? Let's see. Let's see. Dang, y'all left a lot of comments, man. What up, LJ? Markel, my guys in the building. What's up, man? Appreciate y'all. Mad Stoney. FanDuel just locked the game. Yeah, you know that was gonna get locked. As soon as Porzingis got ruled out, his hammy hurt, man. Myron, what's going on, my boy? I wonder if we're going to get Jordan Goodwin props. Jordan Goodwin's been balling. If you know who Jordan Goodwin is, then you've really been paying attention to basketball because a lot of people probably don't know who he is. But this dude been hooping, man. He hooped in Memphis on Sunday, and then he came back and played really, really good in that last game for the Wizards against Charlotte too. Dude's a baller. He's been hooping, bro. Coming off the bench for the Wizards. I seen that play on Chalkboard. Chris's juice now minus 145. Damn, I check another book, JT. If you're talking about the Clint Capella rebounds. Big fan of the Capella boys. The conversion rate with that many chances per game. That's a fact. Points for Winslow. It could be a Winslow game. I think it's gonna be a Josh Hart game. I saw Josh Hart tweet maybe a Josh Hart PRA game. I saw him say he couldn't wait to shut Brandon Ingram down. He happy to be back and playing in his old gym. With his old teams. So. Yeah. Appreciate the love, Captain. Trae Young assists. Yeah, we can see that. Luka double and a win is plus 158. I like Luka double and a win. I like that a lot. As long as it's long as they don't get blown out. But I got my guy Finesse in the building. What up, Finesse? Talk to the people, bro. What you on today, man? I know you've been killing the NBA too.
What's good, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Feeling a little bit better each day,
Yeah, you sound a lot better. I'm glad, bro. Yeah, so as I'm scrolling through your shit, I scroll through chalkboard and shit like that, and I seen that we're perfectly aligned tonight. So I heard you official on Dallas and Capella, I think, and I'm on the same two plays. So I also locked in Dallas at -3.5. I'm not gonna. I'm sure I got here late. I didn't hear your whole spiel about it, so um I don't want to regurgitate too much. Let me get to my shit. Yeah, just love the situational spot. Dallas coming off the embarrassing losses, big favorites. Facing a Washington team that in the past many players have said that they have extra motivation for with Doncic and the Porzingis situation with Dinwiddie facing his old team. Dallas was the best team against the spread last year, coming off a loss 27-11 against the spread. They're covering by average of 6 points per game last year, coming off losses. We saw Washington struggle last year, even with the rest advantage, going only 6-13 against the spread, and losing those games by average of 7 points. What else? Yeah, no Beal. I don't think they have anybody to check Doncic. Dallas is top 10 in offense and defensive rating. Washington relies heavily on points in the paint, and Dallas has been doing a better job as of late over the last 4 or 5 games. Getting to the paint. Defending the paint. I'm sorry. And then Capella rebounds. Again, I don't want to regurgitate too much. It's just one of the more dominant and efficient rebounders for the amount of minutes he's playing. He's not a guy that's going to give you 32, 35 minutes per game. He often gets played off the court with the athletic bigs that we see in the league. But yeah, it's clear this are 8 or 9 games, averaging only 12 rebounds per game. I heard you talk a little bit about the chances, and I think that's especially important. 27 minutes per game played. He's averaging 17 rebound chances, which is crazy in those amount of minutes, and 6.3 contested rebounds, which is also incredible. That's second in the league. He's covered this line in 45 of 54 games, which is 83%. 20 his last 24 home games when playing 26 minutes. So, again, I don't think he gets a full complement of minutes that we see with other guys in the league, but I think 9.5 is a bargain. I got that -105 on DraftKings. So I'm right there aligned with you. You mentioned Josh Hart. They got him listed for 1.3. I think it's -140 on Caesars. I kind of like that. He's not a guy that's relied upon to score the ball, but he's going to put up 3 or 4, and I think he makes one. You talked about the motivational spot against his old team. First time facing his old team as a Trailblazer. So I played his rebounds assists last night. Don't like it as much. It's probably just me going back to the well, but just a lean there. Josh Hart to make 1.3. I like Kuzma rebounds before the Porzingis news. Obviously, that's going to shoot up, so that'll just remain a lean for me. But kind of doodle slate in my mind. So just Capella. Really like Dallas. I'm gonna have a PPD with MJC. That's probably gonna be what was it? I'm sorry. It was Bam first quarter points and Miami money line. Miami money line is juice as fuck. So we thought Parent Bam's first quarter production was gonna be good. That is -125 on DK4 first quarter points and Miami money line. The hit rate is insane for Bam, so like that too. So just 3 plays for me. I'm glad to see you're kind of on the same wavelength, and that's it for me.
Yeah, absolutely, Finesse. I love being aligned with you, my brother. We typically get some cash when we both on the same thing, so love that, bro. Love that. Fremont said he don't want the smoke. Talking about Porzingis. Porzingis said my hand me hurting. Let me sit out today. Luka go kill me. That's funny. So Finesse you brought something up interesting. I didn't talk about this. I was hoping somebody else did. Spencer Dinwiddie, revenge game as well. He was miserable in Washington, and we know how that how that played out. How much he talked about it in the media too. I don't know. Like I feel like he could do it again tonight, but he went crazy last night. Typically, I don't like taking players like that in back-to-backs. I think about it as a look ahead spot. I think it was some look ahead spots last night. CJ, I talked about CJ this morning. CJ had a horrible game yesterday. So I think that, might have had something to do with, potentially facing Dame today, which he won't do now, but because Dame's sitting out. But, I think sometimes you can see these look ahead spots. So Dinwiddie could definitely go off again. I'm not official on him, but if he went for 30 tonight, it wouldn't surprise me at all. So that's what I wanted to say on that. Boombaye, what's going on, my brother? And then Lockdown, I'm gonna come to you. What up, Boombaye?
Man, y'all know I rock with you and Finesse. And Finesse, they go our first little battle of the season. I've been excited for one. I said, it gotta be one while I go against Finesse and Chris.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
coming with the contrarian effort tonight, man.
Okay.
I watched that whole Mavs Magic game last night. I think the books is tricking all y'all.
Okay.
They ruled out Paolo. Everybody, the spread really didn't move. Everybody was like, oh, yeah, this is an easy win without Paolo. We saw what the Magic did. I watched that whole game. I don't think I was able to hop into spaces, but I definitely took Luka under 30. So salute to that cash. I think he had 24. And I looked at this line. It's the line has moved a little bit. It opened at -3, and now it's 5.5. I think this is a tricky spot, man. I would think no Porzingis, no Bill. This line would be, especially considering a loss. This line would be 7-8 points. That's what I would think.
No, that's a fact, Boomer. Yeah, I hadn't thought about it like that. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's weird to me. The line is only -5.5 after all of this news. So, I mean, good luck to y'all, but I'm gonna go and probably take Kuzma 3 threes in a win because I feel like I think this is a trick spot, and I'm just watching what the books do, and literally as soon as Porzingis went out, the money line went from plus 172, and now it's plus 198 on FanDuel, and the line is still 5.5. So. Yeah, I don't understand why the line hasn't moved with Porzingis not playing. What do the books know that we don't know?
So a lot of the line functionality stuff, Boombaye, is like based on what's happened in like the previous matchups. So like sometimes I feel like we see lines and they don't make a lot of sense. But if you think about the Mavs actually losing the last 2 games, even the one in Dallas last year, and we know the Mavs don't typically lose in Dallas. I think that has something, a tad bit to do with it. But I still can't, I can't make up that whole, like you said, why it's still just only 5. I thought, to move, it was already at 5. So I thought it would, move to, 6.5. I think Porzingis means more to the spread than a point, but maybe I'm tripping. I don't know.
The last thing, and I agree with what you're saying on that aspect, but the last thing I'm saying, I watched Mavs, like I said, I watched that whole game, and I've been watching them pretty much the entire season. They are too reliant on Luka. Yeah, Dinwiddie went off yesterday, 26, 27 points.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, they have no other shot creator on that team. So it's Luka or bust for that team. So I don't think if the Mavs are going to win, they can't afford another, subpar game from Luka. They just can't if they're going to win this game. There's no way they can win this game with Luka scoring 24 points unless he's getting 20 assists, and I highly doubt that. I just think this is a trick spot. I think the books is trying to fool everybody. We just saw this last night happen, and then they're pulling this again. So yeah, good luck to everybody, but I'm definitely gonna take a swing on this game. I think the Wizards can pull this game out. I'm just gonna run with that.
Hey, Boombaye, do me a favor. Play Play Kuzma 3 threes by themselves too, and I hope you catch that one. All right.
Good luck to everybody.
Good luck, bro. Finesse, what's up, bro? I see you put your hand back up. I'm gonna come to you then, Lockdown.
Yeah, just real quick because I know other people want to go. I completely get it. Like sometimes I do the same thing, right? You look at the line and kind of try to read between those lines and kind of what the books. There's just too many things to me, right? Like if they would have won last night, that would have gave me a little bit of hesitancy. Also, last time these two teams played, it was in Washington as well, and Dallas got smoked. They lost by 32 points. And that's just shit that teams don't forget. You're playing on the same floor. It's actually, I think, a double revenge game. I think they lost their last 2 matchups.
Yeah, they lost it. They lost in Dallas last year too. Yep.
Yeah. So there's just too many factors. The revenge factors for the players, the double revenge for the team. Getting absolutely destroyed by this team in Washington. So going back to the scene of the crime, I just think there's too many things. And you're 100% right. I think they are relying on one of the best players in the league. But coming off, I think he shot 9 of 29 or some crazy shit like that last night. So also a bounce back spot for him, right? If Luka would have went off and they would have won last night, I think it would have be a completely different situation. But expecting that progression from Luka, that's mostly why, and them getting absolutely destroyed. So that's part of the reasoning for me as well.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Finesse. And we talked about like just the Mavs in general off a loss, right? Like they don't typically lose back-to-back games. So that's just the that fierce competitor that Luka is, So I'm with you on that, Finesse. I hope, like I said, Boombaye, play them threes for Kuzma straight, bro. Don't mess with that money line for the Wizards, bro. What's up, Boombaye? I'm coming to you like that.
I was just gonna say I just got a feeling. I think the last time I hopped in and I said this is gonna be a day some random goes off. It could be Daniel Gafford. It could be Kispert, the Avia guy. Like I think Kuzma is going to be too obvious. I'm going to play that PPD, but I'm also going to play a straight on somebody that's like random because that's what I've been noticing. Like if you looked at the Bucks and the Thunder game last night,
Javon Carter, yeah.
Nobody in the world that had Javon Carter.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So Rui Hachimura going for 40 tonight.
That's what I said lockdown. I said it's Hachimura, but I'm not betting on him. But somebody got to score the points though. I'm pretty sure they probably didn't, but Hachimura got to be in there. He's one of the only guys that can actually create his own shot for that team. So I'm with you on that though, Boombaye. I do think it's somebody, but I think like Finesse said, just because they lost yesterday, this is a smash spot tonight. I think they get them boys out the way early and often. Like that look a lot. Lockdown. Let me kick it to you, and then we'll get to my guy, the car.
Yeah, so this slate sucks. Especially, the Kristaps stuff definitely helped Luka, like rebounds and people like that. And I did like a first quarter kind of giant parlay, but the one first quarter I've been diving. You know me, I love my niche props. Right now, it's been first quarter parlays, and I like the one that was mentioned just earlier with Bam points. Bam is usually on my banned list, but I might have to take a look at his first quarter points because he is very consistent in the first quarter at least. I just think he's kind of a bum. But I like Tobias Harris tonight. At least overall, I have him for points, 15.5, just because he performs really well versus Atlanta, it seems. You'd have to go back to 2019, the last time he missed 16 points versus them. And he also, like without Harden, his usage just spikes. The 2 games without Harden this season, he was scoring 20-plus points. Last 7 out of 10 last season, he was scoring above 16. So his usage, and not to mention Atlanta is like bottom of the league against power forwards. They might have him listed as a small forward, but we know he's a power forward. So, yeah, he's looked a lot better this season. So that's just a straight over bet. I also like Tobias 2 first quarter rebounds, which is a lot of that's been popular on Twitter. But I paired it with Joel 2 first quarter rebounds because that's also like an 80-90% hit rate, and he also gets that very easily versus Atlanta. So that you can get. It's a nice pairing to reduce the juice and go for plus money. But I also wouldn't blame anyone for just. I just don't like playing things at like minus 150 juice. You know what I mean?
You and me either.
Yeah, and not a lot of people. I think it's only Caesars that you can really take first quarter player props like as a straight right now. So like you have to SGP it on DraftKings otherwise. So that's kind of where I went. And yeah, I really didn't have much else tonight. I built some fun parlays, but it really was just one of those nights where it's like, all right, it's kind of a weird slate. I'd rather just take it light.
Right. Okay, now I like the look. I like the looks like that. I hope you cash them too, bro. I appreciate you sharing them.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Dakar, what's going on, my brother? You came into space yesterday, gave out 2 bangers yesterday. What you got for us today, Dakar? Dakar, can you hear me? If you can hear me, bro, the floor is yours. Meanwhile, let me go to YouTube real quick. Kid named Coop said a fun 2-legged, a revenge triple dub. Luka and Josh Hart plus 27,980. Small sprinkle for Luka triple double and Josh Hart triple double. Ooh, okay. I don't think the car with us. I don't know if you can hear me or not, the car. Fremont said for some reason I think the Heat smashed the Hornets. But sure would the way this janky league is never know. That's why I'm off of it, Fremont. I'm not playing that game, bro. I'm not playing that game. All of the stats that I ran say that I should take the Hornets. I'm not taking the Hornets. Dakar, can you hear me, bro? Dakar, can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm gonna drop you back down to listen to the car and then just request back up, bro. Boogie, what's going on, bro? And then Amar, I want to come to you. What's up, Boogie? Talk to the people, man. What you want today?
My bad. I'm here.
You good? You good? What up? What up with you?
So look, I'm just waking up, so I ain't get to dive deep like I usually do. But one of my plays that I was looking at earlier is still looking good, and I just heard about the news. But they say Grant and probably Nurkic probably be out, right? So I'm looking at Bernie Simmons over 30.5 PRA. His last 4 games. Hold on one second. His last 4 games, he done had 28, 29, 42, and 42. And then he had a 16, and I believe Dame was in the game when he had the 16. The last 2 games, he been, floating around at 30 and a half. I feel like the night would be the night. I love him in game versus other young stars. When he going up against other young stars, I guess it's like a motivation spot for him. He had some of his biggest game when he going against younger stars. So not only did I get his PRA at 30 and a half at minus 114, but I also just seen a stat after I put that play in, and I put a half unit on this, and that is his rebounds. For his 3 rebounds, hold on one second. I just grabbed that at negative 104 actually. And in the last 9 games, he done hit that 6 times. He done got 3 rebounds in the last 9 games. And New Orleans is ranked 22nd versus point guards. Giving up the rebounds, they rank 22nd. So right now, I'm just official on Friday. I'm going with his PRA. I'm also going over his rebounds, and another lane I had that I want people to look out for. I was going to look at a couple highlights from the last game and see how they use him. What's his usage rate with Kyrie Rozier back? But they say Dennis Smith Jr. His line is at 9.5 points. He done hit that 8 out of the last 12 games, and they rank 27. Who that? Miami. They rank 27th in the league versus point guards giving up points right now. So I'm looking at Dennis Smith Jr. If anybody probably got a little bit more information to watch the Hornets, I would love to know how y'all feel about that play also. And that's all I got, Chris.
Okay. Hey, appreciate you, bro.
No problem.
Best of luck. I hope you catch them joints tonight. Dakar, can you hear me now?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. My bad, man. Hitting some little tunnel vision real quick, man, right now, man. But yeah, I got one quick play, man. I'm gonna be real quick with it, man, because I gotta get back into the gig real quick, man. But I love the Dallas first quarter total at 53.5. They got this thing way too low, man. I've been killing first quarters with Dallas, man. We understand they pace, man. Luka loves to dribble that ball up and down the court, things of that nature. But this game, 53.5 is too low. Dallas is scoring a little bit more now. They're scoring almost 30 points a quarter now. 28, 27. And Wizards are doing the same thing. Wizards are scoring almost 26 points right now. And you're going to give me a first quarter total at 53.5. This is a smash spot, you guys. This is a real smash spot, I believe. I think the game will go under because it's going to be a fight. But that first quarter, I think Bond and Finesse said some key facts, man. Dallas want to come out here early and smack them up, And Washington Wizards are going to be on the kind of same thing without Porzingis in there. It's going to be some money gun basketball. So I really like the first quarter total. I think this is going to be a really good smash spot. 53.5 at minus 115.
Okay. Hey, I hope you catch it, Dakar. I can see. I'm interested to see what that offense looks like without Porzingis and Bill, and it being guys like Rui Hachimura and Kyle Kuzma and Danny Abdia and AJ Griffin will be back in. Not AJ Griffin.
People gonna have to step up. Other people gonna have to step up to compete with Dallas. That's their only chance of making this a game, And if they can come out early and keep it close, we got a chance of cashing it.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact for sure. What up, Boomba?
I just wanted to come in with a play. I just pulled up Kuzma's game log from that game when he had the triple-double I don't know if y'all remember that, but that was a great cash. That lineup was Kuzma, KCP, Nito, Corey Kispert, Thomas Bryant, some regular guys off the bench. I'm probably gonna sprinkle that, just because no Bill, of course, no Porzingis, so he's definitely gonna have more rebounding opportunities. And I think with Porzingis out, Kuzma's going to be the guy. I think Dallas is going to make somebody else beat down. So I think this would be a spot to kind of look at that triple-double for Kuzma. And like I said, I just pulled up the box score from the last game he did it. Similar situation. So I think it's worth a sprinkle to me. Well, a tenth of a unit on it. So
Okay. Yeah. I mean, why not? Put a little spring, especially on a night like tonight where it don't sound like a lot of people going too heavy. I can see it, Boombaye. Let me get to Amir real quick because I know we was I know I got you up earlier, bro. What's going on, bro? What you liking tonight? In the HB, I'm gonna come to you.
Hey, Chris. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, you good.
Nah, so first I want to say how fucking grimy FanDuel is. Between the odds nuking and just not putting up players, it's just genuinely kind of, grimy, janky, greedy, all that. Yesterday we were definitely talking about Ben Mathurin, and usually they went some up 10 minutes before the game. Yesterday, nothing.
That's a fact.
And it was just pretty sad.
I'm actually happy they didn't put him up, bro, because I talked about Ben Mathurin bouncing back, and then I wasn't gonna play him either anyway. So I was just talking like I like to play, but I wasn't gonna play it. So I'm glad they didn't go up because that would have made me even madder.
It's really funny. It was on your space the first time I ever heard him being given out to the play, and I was like, I tell you on that one, it was the night that you said you're gonna take his ladder. So I was like, yeah, if this guy's gonna take his ladder, then okay, because I know how frugal I guess you are with the ladders.
Yeah, I'm frugal in general, bro. I hate spending money.
I'm gonna get into the play.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Floor is yours.
My bad. So I'm gonna take Bam Adebayo as this. The ladder max, I guess, is fucking sick. So it's at plus 400. Just gonna say Charlotte's pretty bad defense. Tyler Hero might be ruled out tonight. If Tyler Hero is ruled out, that means more Duncan Robinson and Max Drew standoffs. So definitely gives Bam, a better chance. He's averaging like 4.7 over his last 5, but his line is 3.5 tonight. I guess that's just an over adjustment from last game, where he only had 3. But yeah, on the season or over the last 5, averaging like 7.5. So I think it's a good look.
Okay, I could see that, bro. I could definitely see something weird like that happening, and that wouldn't surprise me at all if he's the guy that's just getting all the assists, especially against a Charlotte team coming in here on the third game in 4 nights, and second night of a back-to-back. Love that look.
Side note, triple double for him is at plus 6,500. I know it's triple double for a guy with other good players on his team, but I mean it's just a good matchup against Charlotte, and at plus 6,500, why not? Just a little sprinkle, little sprinkle.
Yeah, a little, tenth of a unit, something like that. Okay. Hey, best of luck, bro. I hope you catch it.
I appreciate you, Chris. You be safe, bro, and hope you feel better soon.
Absolutely, bro. Appreciate that too, man. HB, let me kick it to you, and then Bookie, I'm gonna come to you. What's up, HB?
Yo, what's good, bro?
How you doing, man?
All is well, man. I'm still in awe with the triple yesterday, but it's a new day, new money. Let's get it.
HB, congratulations, bro. HB came in yesterday and gave out that triple double for KD yesterday, plus 3,000. So yeah, congratulations to you, my brother.
Crazy. So today I feel like I was able to just take a day off and relax, but I'm just listening to like vibes and stuff. No disrespect to anybody. I'm hearing everybody's pitching, little sprinkles here and there. Yo, I hope all y'all win. I'm actually looking up Bam right now, but I do have one play. I quoted this morning. Fuck. Come on. Don't do this. Don't do this. Joel Embiid 30 points tonight. It was at plus 102. Put a little 1 unit in it. That's all I did. I was like, but he could give me 30 against I think LA was going back to back and some other stats I was looking at. But yeah, that's it. I just put I wasn't sure there's gonna I didn't want to do 30 plus to win, which was plus 220. If y'all want to do that, go ahead. I'm not really sure. I think Atlanta might surprise me. Yeah, you can still hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. I feel like Atlanta might come out with a win because they're at home. You know, got that home field advantage, whatever. But yeah, plus 102. That's why I quoted that. Joel Embiid, 30 points.
Okay. And I was looking at Embiid tonight too. I feel like if that game's gonna be close, it's gonna be because of Embiid for sure. He did had a quote the other day talking about after they won and beat Phoenix, how this starts the season for them now. It's a new season, and he looked good in that game, man. They don't have nobody that can guard him. It's gonna be a little more difficult, but I see a lot of him and Maxey pick and roll today, so we'll see what happens, man. Best of luck to you though, HB. I hope you cash it, bro.
All right, man. Continue if I'm feeling better and all that.
My guy, appreciate that too. Bookie, I want to come to you, and then MH Caps. I'm gonna come Caps too much. I'm gonna come to you next, bro. What's up, Bookie? What you on today?
So, man, good looks for those retweets earlier too. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Hey, look, Bookie, I'm glad you mentioned that. So the co-host page, man, I keep saying this, but follow the co-host page, the NBA ChrisBeCappinn Show. If you want your plays highlighted, tweet the play out and at the show. If you at the show, then I'll retweet it, and everybody that's following the page can actually see your play with your write-up. So glad you mentioned that, Bookie. I know you sent a couple in earlier, and you guys go look at that page and see if you like the write-ups or not, and if you agree with them, tell them. If not, fade them. So wanted to get that in real quick. But what's up, Bookie? What you on today?
So I just want to give a couple looks on a couple games. I only have a couple plays today. Slay is definitely not great. But so starting off in Dallas and Washington. Obviously Porzingis ruled out now. I still like this. Don't think it has much of an impact on the play. Monte Morris under 1.5 3-pointers made, and Dallas plus 5.5 minus 105, a little two-legger. Morris is only averaging 1 3-pointer made on 2.8 3-pointer attempts. Obviously, no Porzingis and Beal still out, but it hasn't increased much. He's under in 8 of 11 games this season, and Dallas is allowing the second least 3-pointers made to point guards and the 5th lowest 3-point percentage. They push 3-point shooters off the line a lot, hedge the screens, try to not allow those 3-pointers. They like to give you the twos, and then they're going to hit their threes. And it's a super low game total of, I think it was 209 or 210. And, Dallas is in a great bounce back spot. I think they can cover plus 5.5 pretty easily. Even though I said that yesterday against Orlando, and they get the win. But, and then looking over to Philly, I like D'Anthony Melton under 2.5 3-pointers made, and Philly to cover plus 107. Melton scoring 66.7% of his points from 3 this season, so that's 2/3 of his total points. And 100% of those threes are assisted, and just over 25% of his points come from spot-up shots. He's under this line in 9 out of 10 games. Obviously, Philly will still be without Harden today, but Harden's playmaking ability creates a lot better shots for Melton. Without Harden, Melton's shooting only 23.5% compared to his 40% with Harden. And today he faces Atlanta, who's allowing the second least 3-pointers made to shooting guards, 6th lowest 3-point percentage, 2nd lowest score frequency, and 3rd lowest efficient field goal percentage to spot-up shooters. And I like Philly today against a banged-up Trey in a back-to-back spot, so I think they can cover that 10.5.
Okay.
And, last thing, I built a little same-game parlay, actually, when you were talking about that Philly game. So I took Tobias. I took that over 6.5. I like the 7.5 too. I just wanted to make it a little safer. Took the juice, and then I took Melton actually under 12.5 points because the one game he went over that 3-pointer made, he still went under 12.5. So I'm going to take that. Then I also threw in Maxey over 5.5 assists because if he draws DeJounte today, he's definitely going to be forced to pass out of a lot of that pick and roll he likes to do. And that's actually plus 490 if you put it on points bet. And I put a 0.25 units on that.
Okay, a couple nice plays. Your plays always contrarian too, Bookie. I like that, bro. I like that you dig in and find the angles that you really like, bro. I really like that.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Best of luck. I hope you cash them tonight too. MH Caps, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
I'm gonna just keep it short. I'm on today. Spencer Dinwiddie back in Washington. His 3-pointers. Lucas said they need his team to hit shots. I can see him passing to Spencer, and Spencer motivated to hit his shots. And he's pretty good 3-point shooter. So that's one play that I'm on. I'm also on the is it? I'm on Kyle Kuzma's assist also. Simply just because of I believe the ball will be in Monte's hands, and if not Monte's hands, it will be in Kyle's hands. And we all know back last year, we don't know this year, but back in last year, he had a tendency of finding good people, finding his teammates open and getting good quality assists. And lastly, I'm on the Maxi's assist as well, almost for the same reason. There's no Harden. If it's not in Joel's hands, it's in Maxi's hands, and so on and so forth. And just to keep it simple, that's all I'm on today.
Okay. Hey, I like the looks, bro. I know last year, I hadn't thought about that. Last year, I know I was cashing on Maxi assists kept being set at either 3.5 or 4.5 when they didn't have Ben Simmons. And, of course, before Harden got there, he was cashing that. So I like that play a lot too, man. I do think the Doc's going to put the ball in his hands a lot tonight, initiate the offense, but it don't necessarily mean that he's going to be the scorer. Could he go over the 23.5 points? Absolutely. He could go for 30 tonight. I don't think that he does against Atlanta defense, but, it could happen, especially if he gets hot. But I could also see him being a facilitator. So I like that look a lot, MH. I hope you cash that, bro. Best of luck to you tonight.
Yeah, and just so people know, I believe he hit it his last 2 games. I'm not in my computer right now, but I could have sworn it was 6, and then 7 with James Harden out. But like you said, this is a tough defensive team, so it may not happen, but I like my chances. And for the Kyle Kuzma, I really like his because you're getting good value, and they're only asking for 4. So if you tell me one of the main players in the game going over probably 25 minutes to get 4 assists, even if it's by mistake, I like the chances there also. So yeah, those are my plays for today.
Okay. Hey, best of luck, bro. Like I said, I hope you cash him, man. Let me kick it to Zay real quick, and then LJ is in the building. Definitely want to hear from you, LJ. What you see here? What you want, LJ? But Zay, take it away, bro. What you want tonight, man? How you doing? Can you hear me, Zay? If not, I'm gonna kick it to LJ. Can you hear me, Zay? 1, 2, testing 1, 2, 3. Nah, Zay, you probably not there. LJ, can you hear me, bro? If so, the floor is yours.
What's up, Chris? You can hear me?
Yes, sir. You loud. What's good with you?
My bad. I'm outside of my truck, man. Still trying to get this grind on.
Nah, you good. You good.
But I just wanted to tap in with you, give you my plays for the night, man. Kind of went 1-4 last night on my props, so I'm trying to bounce back tonight. So I think I got locked and loaded, got some good ones. So I'm gonna start off with the Atlanta and Philly game. I'm gonna take Deontay Murray's PRA, over 36.5, because the 2 games last year when he was with the Spurs when they played Philly, he averaged a 42.5 PRA. And he's 42.5 PRA in his last 4 games with 11 steals. So that correlates with my play. Deontay Murray over 35.5 PRA, and I'm going to take his over 1.5 steals minus 134. And then I'm going to move over to Trae Young over 8.5 assists plus 106 because he averaged 10 assists in both games versus Philly last season, and he's averaging 10 assists at home, which leads the league. So I'm going to take that. And then I'm going to jump over to New Orleans and Portland because we all know Portland is last place in steals. They allow 9 steals a game. So I'm going to jump on Herb Jones. He has 10 steals in his last 4 games. He's averaging 2.5 steals in the last 2 weeks. And the Pelicans are top 4 in steals, averaging 8 a game. And like I just said, Portland is dead last and allowing 9 steals per game. So I'm going to jump on Herb Jones with the steals. And I'm going to take Big Val, 11.5 rebounds, because he averaged 11.5 in the 3 games versus Portland last year. He's averaging 10 rebounds in his last 2 weeks. Pelicans is top 4 in offensive rebounds, and they're number 1 in rebounds the last 3 games. So, Big Val over 11.5 rebounds.
Okay. What was Herb Steele's, LJ?
Herb was, let me see, hold on. I got to go back up.
Was it 2.5 or 3?
It was over 1.5, minus 126. Herb Jones over 1.5 steals, minus 126. I got Big Val over 11.5 rebounds, plus 106. Deontay Murray over 35.5 PRA, and his steals over 1.5, minus 134. And then I got Trae Young over 8.5 assists, plus 106. And I also got a bonus one, though. I haven't played it yet, but I'm thinking about taking Bam's double-double because Charlotte has allowed 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists to the center position in their last 5 games. So I'm thinking Bam can get that double-double. I might just sprinkle on the rebounds,
but I may take the double-double by the time tip-off start, but that's just a bonus for you.
Okay.
Give you a good look.
Hey, I like the looks, LJ. I love how you always do your research too, bro, and you make it quick and concise, bro. So best of luck to you. Sound like a bounce back night for you, my guy. Best of luck.
Hey, I'm trying to, bro. So let's cash, man.
Absolutely. Let's get some cash for sure. Anybody else? I'm done with the requests. We got about 5 minutes. If we got anybody else who want to request up to share their looks. If not, I'll go over my let me see if I can get Zay back up here. Hold on. See if I can get you connected, Zay. Hey, Zay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, what's up with you? How you doing?
I like Tobias Harris. He's been balling lately. I like him 15 in the win.
15 in the win. What's the odds on that?
The odds on that, let me go to it. The odds on that is I gotta go back out. Plus 190.
Plus 190. Okay. I mean, I definitely see the 15. I don't know if they're gonna win the game, but I think they could win the game. So it's definitely worth a shot, especially if you think Philly gonna win the game. You got anything else you wanted to add, Zay, or that was it?
I got Valanciunas double in a win.
Val double in a win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take 9 rebounds, but he ain't been consistent for me.
Yeah. You know what? What was it? I just saw Larry Nance Jr. gonna be a game time decision. And then we just got more news about it. What did it say? He's a game time decision, and then I felt like I saw something else. So yeah, he's just a game time decision. If he don't play, then I like Valanciunas rebounds even more. Larry Nance Jr. be stealing a lot of minutes from Valanciunas. If you go look at it, he don't play that many minutes when Larry Nance actually plays. Val he be limited to like 23, 24 minutes sometimes. So I like the look, bro. I hope you cash it.
And I'm gonna take Dallas their first quarter spread.
Take Dallas in the first quarter minus the what? What is it, like 1.5?
1.5, but I might move it down to 1.
Okay. I hope you cash that one too. I'm on Dallas first half in full game. So best of luck to you, my brother. I hope you cash all of them. I think that's it, man. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good show too. So real quick, let me go over let me just say this, and then I'll go over the recap. The page that you see as the co-host, the NBA ChrisBeCappinn show. If you follow that page and tweet your links and tweet your picks to the page, I'll retweet it for you guys. So you can help other people cash if you got something that you feel real good about. Don't just tweet anything to the page, bro. Like, make sure it's a solid play, one of your best looks of the day for sure. Actually, make sure it's your best look of the day. We trying to win. We ain't trying to put money on nothing that we don't feel extremely confident on. So follow the page at the page when you got to play. And when I see it, I'll retweet it for you guys over there on the ChrisBeCappinn NBA show page. And as for me, I talked about it earlier. I'm on Dallas first quarter. Dallas first half minus the 1.5. Dallas full game minus the 3.5. Talked about it on the morning show, so it's another time to plug the morning show. 7 a.m. Cashed it with Chris. Tune in with me in the morning, man. Do another episode tomorrow. We got a 7-game slate tomorrow. I'm doing it every single day. On the weekends, it's 9 a.m. But I'm live, I'm all the way in on the NBA right now. I'm, sleeping and eating this stuff right now. So, early in the morning, and then, of course, 5:15 Eastern time, I'm doing another show in the evening as well. So I talked about it this morning, but I'm taking Dallas first half full game. And then I'm on Capella rebounds over 9.5. I think it's a potential ladder spot for Capella too. I didn't ladder him myself, but Dame is not pleased about not playing tonight, so the staff must have rested him. He probably was looking forward to this game. We just got that news from Underdog. But I talked about Capella rebounds already. The write-up is posted in Chalkboard. You guys can use the link that's posted at the top if you're not already in the Chalkboard with myself, Finesse, and Ronald. The link is posted for you guys there. So if you want to see the write-up for that, head over there. And then I also talked about the short list of player props that I really, really like that I haven't played yet. I'm not gonna make them official, but I might get there with Luka assists over 7.5. I like that a lot. PJ Washington over 1.5 threes. I like that a lot. And Tobias Harris rebounds over 7.5. You can get 8 at plus money, and 10 too. So I like that. I like those looks a lot. Anthony Simons 22.5 points. I like that look a lot. And then the last one was Terry Rozier over 4.5 assists. You know, I like that look a lot as well. So, you know, I I don't know what's gonna happen with the, you know, the big factor in that game is going to be whether or not Tyler Hero plays. If Tyler Hero doesn't play, I could see Miami offense struggling to score. And if they do, I could see Charlotte potentially, you know, being able to keep that game close. I know everybody's thinking Miami's probably going to get blown. Miami's going to probably blow Charlotte out. But so far this year, these teams that are on the second night of a back-to-back, they've actually been doing much better than expected. And they've, you know, bit me a couple times. So I'm not in a rush to, you know, back later points with Miami in this one. Matter of fact, I'm not. And I think the Rockets could. I'm not the Rockets. I think Charlotte could keep that game close, even though they've been pretty bad recently. So, you know, that's just my intuition. So I like I said, Luka over 7.5 assists, Rozier over 4.5 assists. It's probably the least favorite one, but he could definitely get that. PJ Washington over 1.5 threes, Capella over 9.5 rebounds. I played that one already. Tobias Harris 8 rebounds, and Anthony Simons over 22.5 points. Without you know, without Damian Lillard, the offense will probably run through him. So those are my top looks. Best of luck if you guys are tailing any of them, and tap in with me tomorrow. Like I said, 7 a.m. Eastern time if you guys are up and, you know, wanting to kind of break the card down early. We got a 7-game slate tomorrow. I've already started looking at a couple things that I'm liking. So best of luck on your best tonight, man. See you guys tomorrow. I'm out.